When people think about forgiveness, we often think about forgiving someone else for something they've done wrong to us. But what about forgiving ourselves for the choices that we've made? Let me tell you something. There's a lot of benefits to doing this, as many as there is taking the time to forgive someone who's hurt you. Hey, David Essel here, David Essel's Daily Video Boost. So glad that you're with us, your counselor, coach, cheerleader. Remember this. Write stuff down. Don't ever just watch these videos and say, oh, I'm going to remember that. Please take a few notes, okay? And then always do what you'd rather not. If we look at the two major keys to success in life, the second one is the biggest one. When we do what we'd rather not on a daily basis, those things that we don't think are going to be fun, we don't have time for, whatever it might be, life changes dramatically. So self-forgiveness, we don't talk about it. Oh, my Lord. Unless I'm working with someone in my counseling and coaching practice, I don't see on Facebook people saying, forgive yourself for what you've done in the past. We've posted it in the past before and gotten huge responses, but we probably don't do it enough, and most other people don't. So let's talk about forgiving ourselves. Let's talk about the benefits. So when you forgive yourself, you automatically have a cloud lifted. Some people that face great anxiety and great depression on a daily basis could be due to the fact that they haven't forgiven themselves. Oh my gosh, I've done stories about a woman who had this incredible rage against God for her younger sister getting hit by a drunk driver and killed. And when she forgave God and then she forgave herself for holding God accountable for 30 years for her anger and rage, and she gained over 100 pounds, she forgave God first and then she forgave herself for not doing the work sooner. You see, when you forgive yourself, you have more energy, more creativity, more passion for life. When you don't forgive yourself, you're carrying shame and guilt, two of the most powerful demotivators in the world. So how do you do it? Well, first of all, you got to begin by writing process, right? Like, what are the things I haven't forgiven myself for? Are the things I've done against other people? Have I cheated on partners in the past? Have I stolen money? When I was a kid, did I steal money from my mom and it still bothers me? An amazing story, a friend of mine, when I was working with him, he ended up becoming a friend after we did work together, but he had stolen a bunch of money from a church when he was young. On the way out, he saw people putting all this money in a collection box, and he went back the next day because the church was open, and he took it all. 30 years later, we're in a session, and he's telling me about how terrible he still feels, and I said, well, this has been on your mind for 30 years. Why don't you return the money? You have it. It was like, he goes, oh my God, I'd be so embarrassed. I'd feel so ashamed walking in. I said, well, you can mail it. You can just mail it and say, I stole this years ago, and here's a money order made out to you. You don't even have to say who it is. So then we talked about what would the benefit be of him going into the church and saying, I did this, I'm sorry. And I said, look, either way you do it, you're correct, because you're making amends, and then you've got to forgive yourself for doing it. He decided to walk into the church. He walked into the office. The priest in charge wasn't there, so he went to the secretary and he said, here's a check. I took this money years ago. And she looked at him and she had tears running down her face. She said, oh my God, thank you. He walked out. His life changed. Maybe you did something incorrectly against a brother, sister, mother, father. Maybe you did something wrong. Maybe you even hold on to the fact that you took your girlfriend's boyfriend when you were 18 years of age. Or maybe you cheated on tests and you feel bad about it. Whatever it is, write about it. Write it down. Face it. Walk into it. Forgive yourself. When you come out the other side, there's going to be a feeling of lightness. There's going to be a feeling of creativity and passion that maybe you haven't had for a while. If it doesn't work on the first writing, write again. And if I can help you, my Lord, contact me at talkdavid.com, okay? These videos are about helping you to reach the highest level of your potential right now. And this is one of the ways we do it. Don't forget to let your friends and family know that David Essel's Daily Video Boost is on the air for them as well. Have them go to talkdavid.com, extremely inexpensive, to get motivational tips 5 days a week. I want you to have the most incredible day ever. Jot notes, do what you'd rather not. We're going to rock. Have an awesome day.